So, show review, concert review, the Lamb of God, Mastodon, Kerry King, Malevolence, Ashes of Leviathan tour, celebrating 20 years of Lamb of God's Ashes of the Wake, and Mastodon's Leviathan. Two pretty significant contributions to modern metal. And then, of course, Kerry King's on the tour with his solo project, which is kind of like a super group, right? An all-star lineup. And then Malevolence from the UK, who I was really interested to see. So this was at the Accesso Showwear Center, which is an awful name, and I say that because corporate sponsorship tends to make things worse. Last time I saw Lamb of God at this venue 2 years ago, it's hard because ice hockey arenas have weird acoustics. So I didn't love it the last time, and I was a little bit worried this time. So Malevolence was up first. Malevolence was up first, and I wasn't impressed. It was one of the spots where I will again talk about too much air, too much space. The guys have great energy, they have great attitude, the song sounded good, but it just felt diluted by this like open area. And like a lot of the fans, right, they weren't there to see Malevolence. They were older, and they were there to see Lamb of God and Mastodon do these classics. So like the crowd energy wasn't quite in sync. If Malevolence had hit like an 800, even 1,000 cap club, I'm sure it would have been a much different experience. So I will just leave that part with saying I will see them again in a different venue setting. Give them a different try. So Kerry King, I've seen Slayer a handful of times. I've seen them with and without Jeff Hanneman. I saw one of their last shows. I've seen them in small club. Slayer, and I don't believe they are overhyped in the least. I think they put on a great set, a lot of attitude, mean, nasty. And I didn't love the first few songs I heard off the Kerry King album, and I have a lot of respect for him and the other musicians in the band, but it just was underwhelming. It was like Slayer light, and that's probably not even entirely right. It just wasn't there. And I think part of the problem with being Kerry King is it's going to be very hard to detach you from Slayer. Now, I mean, the guy is still an amazing guitarist, right? It wasn't that. I love Phil Demmel. He's awesome. He's one of the nicest musicians I've ever met. Mark, the vocalist, like, it was great to see these guys on stage. They had surprisingly good energy for kind of a newer band, even though they're all obviously pros. But I just wasn't impressed. The best song they did all night was Slayer's song, Rain and Blood. They did Black Magic, which, again, Slayer song. So I would really want to see them again, but I don't know that I would. I would definitely see Slayer again. I would love to see him, with Hanneman if he were still alive. I don't even need to say that. I mean, Gary Holt did a great job, and Gary Holt's a lot of fun to watch. But I don't think under these circumstances, the Kerry King project is something I would go see again. So, Mastodon came on, and I'm definitely new to the Mastodon train, only having really listened to them for the past couple of years. But I was pretty captivated the first time I saw them. They had great stage setup, a lot of just terrific energy. And I love it when you can feel the energy that the band wants you to feel, like what they felt creating the album. And let me tell you, they put on a terrific show. I don't know if it's a case of like they are hitting their prime at this point. They had 4 or 2 huge screens and then like 2 smaller screens kind of under the stage in a way, or in the split level. But they were playing these awesome visuals, all related to like the Leviathan theme, and there was lasers and there was fire, and the band wasn't particularly active on stage, but they didn't need to be, because their music, right, was the atmosphere. It was an immersive experience, and the crowd went apeshit. Even people who weren't there necessarily to see Mastodon were there to see Mastodon at this point. So I've seen them twice. First time was great, got me hooked. The second time was a damn good set. Like a damn good set. It was one of those things where, like, if I am Lamb of God and I have to follow that, I'm a little bit concerned. But, you know, it was just terrific. So if the tour is still going on and you have a chance to see it, the Mastodon set alone is worth going. Whether you're an active concert goer right in the pit or not, it's worth going. And Lamb of God came on, and I was pleased because they had stepped up their performance from last time. And they always put on a good show, but it was just, I don't know, there was more energy in this one. And maybe they were fired up because it was a special occasion. Or maybe they were fired up because of Mastodon set. I don't know, and I don't care. These guys, they're fun to see live. And, you know, I understand there's always going to be criticisms of a band. There's always going to be criticisms of older bands, right? But who the hell cares, man? If you like the music, if you like the band, for me, there's a lot of nostalgia with Lamb of God. They were a really important band in my kind of metal journey. They were one of my first big steps into enjoying non-mainstream metal, right? They were harsher when they first came out, so I was really happy to see him again. Like, seeing Randy on stage just makes me happy. I don't know. It's just, I smile, I have a lot of fun. He's kind of goofy in a way, but, like, it works for him. Art Cruz is, you know, he's a great addition to the band. You don't often want to say, I'm okay seeing a band without the original members. I feel like Art Cruz, without disrespect to Adler, I feel like he is just a great addition to the band. And, you know, they're a lot of fun to see live, I think. Depending on what you like to do. Of course, Ashes of the Wake is a tremendous album, and it plays really well live, and I think that made a big difference too. You knew what they were going to play, and of course they played Redneck and Walk With Me in Hell after the album. So all in all, it was a really cool, really fun, really enjoyable night. And enjoyable is something I'm looking for more and more lately, because I want to walk away. I'm not there to hear an album live. Some people are. I'm here to see a performance. I'm here for the energy. I'm here to chill with the crowd, right? A lot of friends were there, and that's what I want. I want an enjoyable night, right? I work hard for my money. You might rob people, I don't know, but assuming if you're spending money, you want a good night, and they delivered. So if you haven't seen that tour and it's coming around to you soon, I don't think those two things add up. Anyway, go see the tour, and all right, goodbye.